quite some time back, I decided I needed a short-range hammer because I didn't have one. So I'll build one. Now you've got Beowulf's pretty popular, so's the SOCOM. I decided upon the Bushmaster for what I want to do. So I started putting together pieces and parts, and I've got a Burris Tactical 1-6 24 on top. I finished up this morning, stuck an Atlas bipod on there. On the side here, I've got, what I took was some epoxy clay, and I stuck it on the side of the grip, and I molded my hand to it. Now, the reason I do this is because it's always seemed a little bit unnatural to me to put your hand kind of like this. It's like I'm turning my wrist a little bit, and it just seems unnatural. It should be, in my mind, kind of like a handshake. You know, you just sort of, you extend your arm and your wrist is staying pretty straight, and this is how my hand is. So I took some epoxy clay, stuck it on the side of the grip, and then I just sort of molded my finger grip, my wrist, my palm to that, smoothed it up, and just let it dry. And that's why I've got my hand on the side rather than underneath. Now, if you want to try that, I highly recommend it. It's a very comfortable grip. But the function today, because this is the first time out, I've finally got this project done, is I just want to make sure, first of all, that it actually works. So I have here some rounds that I made up using the Hornady 250 grain flex tips, 36.6 grains of little gun, and then I'm using the Federal small rifle AR match primers. So I think I've got a pretty good load right from the get-go. But anytime you've got a brand new project, first time out, you know, you just don't know how it's going to go until you start pulling the trigger. So I have, I think with the amount of powder with little gun with my gas port, they should be ejecting somewhere around 2, 3, 4 o'clock. That's kind of ideal. If my port pressure is too low, they'll kind of dribble forward. If my port pressure is too high, the casings will kind of get kicked all over the place. And if your port pressure is too high, you're really battering the action. And I don't need to beat this thing up. I just want it to run properly. So I put 3 in the mag. Now I've got 2 in the mag, 1 in the chamber. And I'm just going to take the first few shots and make sure that this thing actually works. I usually start with, 2 or 3. I don't load a full mag right from the very start, just in case. I've never dumped the entire mag, but you never know. A person could make a mistake. So that's what I'm up to here. So I've got a target out there. I should be on paper. That's a piece of cake. But as far as making sure I'm sighted in properly, that's really not my function right now. Right now, I just want to make sure that this gun actually works. Because if I mess something up, I'll go back to the house and fix it. I'll be back tomorrow to see if it's fixed. So we're just going to take a few shots here. Okay, I ejected like about 3 o'clock. That looked pretty good. It felt a little weird. Did it pick up a round? Ah! It didn't throw the mag all the way to the rear. It did not pick up the next round. Okay, brand new build. Well, we'll take a couple of more shots and see if it'll pick it up. And on the last one, I want to make sure that it's holding the bolt open. So let's see here. Take a couple more. Okay, I'm ejecting just fine. Actually, it is a little bit weak. It's going about 3 o'clock, but it's a little on the weak side. And I don't think... Nope, it's not picking up the next round. All right, let's take one more shot here. It's ejecting fine. And did it hold open? No. Nope. All right, well, we're halfway there. So I've got some work to do. Let me figure out what the deal is. I'm scratching my head a little bit right now. Even right out of the gate, this thing should just plain run. I'll have to play with it, figure out what's going on. I'll get her fixed and back another day. Happy trails. Thanks for joining me.